Let's be real. 1 crore. That number, it feels like the ultimate finish line for financial freedom, doesn't it? But what if I told you it's not some impossible mountain you have to climb? What if it's a destination with a clear step-by-step roadmap? Well, today, we're going to break down exactly how you can get there using mutual funds. Let's dive in.
So let's just get right to it. The big question. Can a small, regular monthly investment really, truly grow into a life-changing amount like 1 crore? I mean, it sounds kind of like a fantasy, right? Well, I'm here to tell you the answer is a huge, resounding yes. And in the next few minutes, I'm going to show you the math that proves it.
So, what's the secret sauce here? What's the magic trick that makes this all possible? It's not some complicated scheme. It's just pure, simple mathematics. The engine that's going to power our entire journey is a little thing called compounding.
Okay, think of it like this. You've got a small snowball at the top of a really big snowy hill. As you give it a little push, it starts rolling. It picks up more snow, getting bigger and bigger and picking up speed. That's exactly what compounding does with your money. Your initial investment earns returns, and then those returns start earning their own returns. It's your money making baby money, which then grows up to make its own baby money. It's an incredible cycle.
You know you're onto something big when even Albert Einstein was supposedly a fan. And this quote, whether he actually said it or not, just hits the nail on the head. If you understand this one concept, you can earn it. If you don't, you end up paying it on things like loans and credit cards. It's that powerful. Now, to get this compounding engine really humming, you need three things. Think of them as the pillars of your financial journey. First, you need time. This is, without a doubt, your most powerful ally. The longer you let that snowball roll, the bigger it gets. Second, returns. The speed of that growth matters. That's why we'll look at different funds, like large caps aiming for around 10%, mid caps at 12%, and even higher growth small caps targeting 14%. And third, and this one's crucial, discipline. You got to be consistent. Sticking to the plan is the key.
All right, let's get into the nuts and bolts. We're going to map out two very clear paths to get to that 1 crore goal. First up, we've got what I call the express route. This is your standard fixed SIP. It's the most direct way to get there if you're able to start strong.
Okay, so let's use a mid-cap fund as our main example, assuming a pretty standard 12% average return. To hit 1 crore in 20 years, the magic number you need to invest every single month is 7,500 rupees. But hey, what if you're a bit more cautious? With a large cap fund at 10%, you'd need closer to 9,900 a month. And if you're willing to take on more risk for more growth, with a small cap fund at 14%, that number drops all the way down to 5,800 a month.
Now this is where it gets really mind-blowing. Look at how that money grows over time. After 5 years, you're at about 7.7 lakhs. Cool. 10 years, 17 lakhs. Nice. But look at that final jump. In the last 5 years alone, your investment skyrockets from 40 lakhs to a full crore. That's compounding hitting hyperdrive.
So let's just pause on that. With our mid-cap example, you put in a total of 18 lakh rupees out of your pocket over 20 years, and it grows into 1 crore. The path is super simple, very straightforward. The only catch is that it does require that higher monthly commitment from day one.
But I hear you. Maybe starting with $7,000 or $8,000 a month feels like a stretch right now. And that's totally fair. Don't worry, because there is another way. And that brings us to path number 2, what I like to call the smarter route. This is the step-up SIP, and it's designed to grow right alongside your career.
Okay, get ready for this. Using that same mid-cap fund with the step-up strategy, you can start your journey to 1 crore with just 3,500 rupees a month. Yep, you heard me right. Less than half of the fixed amount. If you prefer a large cap fund, you can start with about 5,200 rupees. And with a small cap fund, get this. Your road to 1 crore can start with as little as 2,300 rupees a month. It's incredible.
So how in the world does that work? It's simple. You start with a really manageable amount, like that 3,500, and then, each year, you just increase it by 10%. Now think about it. A 10% annual bump is pretty much in line with a normal salary hike, right? So by year 20, yeah, you're investing more each month, but your income has probably grown a lot too, so it doesn't feel like a burden.
So the big takeaway here, the step-up path is so much easier to get started on. It literally syncs up with your financial life. Now the trade-off is you do end up investing a bit more of your own money in total, in this mid-cap case, around 24 lakhs. But that initial barrier to entry, it's practically gone.
Okay, so there we have it. 2 solid, proven paths that both lead to the same incredible destination, the express route and the smarter route. So now comes the most important question of all.
which path is right for you. Let's break it down.
But before you decide, I want you to just soak this in. This chart explains everything. Look at the last 5 years of that 20-year journey. Out of the 68 lakhs you gain in that final stretch, compounding does almost all the work, adding a staggering 60 lakhs all by itself. Your own contributions are just a tiny fraction. This is exactly why starting early is so much more important than starting big.
So let's put them side by side. With our mid-cap fund, the fixed SIP needs $7,500 from the get-go, but you invest less money overall. The step-up SIP starts at a super low $3,500, making it easy to begin, even though you invest a bit more over the 2 decades. It's a clear choice, a higher initial burden versus a higher total investment.
Here's probably the best way to think about it. The fixed SIP, that's like taking an elevator. It's fast, it's direct, but you need to be able to afford the ticket right from the ground floor. The step-up SIP is like taking the stairs. It starts easy, one step at a time, you build momentum as you go, and you reliably get to the exact same destination.
So, whether you choose the elevator or the stairs, the fundamental rules for success are exactly the same. Let's boil this entire explainer down to one simple, powerful formula that you can take with you.
First, you have to be consistent. Don't panic and pull your money out when the market gets shaky. In fact, that's when you're buying things on sale. Second, just trust the process of compounding. Let time do the heavy lifting for you. And third, if you can, embrace that step-up discipline. Make your investments grow as your career grows.
And there you have it. That's the formula. It's not flashy, it's not complicated, but it is unbelievably effective. Consistency plus compounding plus step-up discipline. That equals real, long-term wealth creation. It's that simple.
Look, there's that famous saying, right? The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is now. It's the exact same thing with investing. The most important step isn't figuring out the absolutely perfect path. It's just taking the first one. So whether you take the elevator or the stairs, your journey to 1 crore can literally begin today. The only question left is, are you ready to start?